We're transitioning over to Bracket Breakdown Live.
And we're on the other microphone now. Welcome, guys, to Bracket Breakdown.
Gentlemen.
Basically, I do have some hair ties. Thank you guys so much for donating the hair ties.
How many of those do you have to eat?
And yes, Spods, my mic was muted. I figured it out like a second too late. Thankfully, you guys didn't hear all the monotonous same stuff we were doing. But unfortunately,
we didn't do anything.
So, here is the, tattoo arm too. Here are the bands I get to put on. How many coffees he have? He or me? Oh, CHLA always has at least one coffee, I think. At least he has that energy. So, I'm going to be putting on 10 hair ties while also moderating Bracket Breakdown Live. So, you won't see me putting them on, but you will see the final product. So, with Bracket Breakdown, basically what we do is we debate items on a tournament-style format where we basically put up two items against each other and then talk about which one's best. What we're talking about today is best Mario Kart 64 tracks or courses, right? And how we determined the pool that we're going for is that we did some public votes, and please don't put that on that table. I can see that.
Don't do it.
So basically, we ran polls in several Discord servers and on Twitter and stuff like that to find what you guys think are the best Mario Kart 64 tracks, and we're going to be comparing them against each other for this time. So basically, I have a list of the ones going up against each other, and I'm going to randomize them. So let me really quick pull up the randomizer. I was going to do this before and forgot, or was busy or something. Doesn't matter.
There we go.
And does anyone have any horses they think going into this, or just things that they're like? Or sorry, let's start with. Does anyone have any grievances?
Are you talking about?
Yes. Yeah. I think Bowser's Caffle. Bowser's Caffle is overrated. I'm not a big fan of this specific one. I played it and I was just confused about the theming of it. So.
Gotcha. What about you guys? Any maps
so
you wish
I want
to make it in?
back to back. Well, you know. Okay, never mind.
I have something to say.
About Bowser's Castle?
No.
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper.
Oh.
The best map in the entire game, right?
Didn't make it.
Didn't make it in, and that's the only map I wanted to make in.
Well,
It's a battle map, and it's the best.
I would say that's probably a good thing. That one kind of sucks if I remember correctly.
No. It's one of those ones that's like,
let's see,
you could try and gap the spot in Skyscraper, right? But there was a 99% chance of death, and that was always the fun thing, because you could try to escape something by jumping over that hill, and I just have a lot of memories on that. I remember playing like 12 rounds in a row. Good memories with that map all around.
Good memories on it. Seth, you got anything you want to say before we get started?
I'm just gonna second Caleb on that.
So I'm glad we're getting this out of the way, these two, because now we know that their opinions are no longer valid for the rest of the chat.
That was our childhood, man.
Actually,
we played that map a lot.
You guys can actually go over there. I think Trent and we got there.
See, now I have kind of a different story because I have probably only played Mario Kart 64 once, and that was earlier yesterday. I played other maps, like I played the maps on newer games, but I literally can't remember the last time I played Nintendo 64 Mario Kart, except for when we played.
So Trent's opinion will be like someone who's new at the game.
Okay, so I guess
first impression.
I guess I'm the one talking.
Are you guys ready for the first matchup?
Yes,
sir.
So the first matchup you guys are going to be talking about are the courses. Koopa Troopa Beach and Toad's Turnpike, and you guys have 6 minutes to debate before your 1 minute closing statement.
Sir, what is the
uninterruption? Koopa Troopa Beach and Toad's Turnpike.
I need a refresh on Toad's Turnpike.
What's Toad's Turnpike?
All right.
It's the road one. The
road
one?
You shoot off the ramp.
The road. The traffic.
The one
traffic.
Seth got.
The traffic one.
Or no, the traffic one.
Okay.
The traffic one.
2, 1, go.
Okay, so if we're talking about realism, I remember the traffic one. It was just chaos because there would be cars coming this way. It was a one-way. It was a two-way. It was just absolute nonsense. It was probably total wreckage. But
the bombs.
The bombs, yes.
That would be in between the cars.
Yeah. You had one of those.
I had one of those yesterday. There was a bus on one side. There was a truck on the other. And that was all there was. And then there was a bomb in the center. So it was either you're gonna hit the cars, or you had to slow down and miss the bomb. But really, like, you can't stop in that game, so you just hit the bomb.
But what's a little bit of chaos? Like, what is
but-
Mario Kart without chaos?
Hands down, my second
Right.
choice for the map selection. 'Cause that's, I think
Wait, so that's, you're saying it's your number one out of this pick?
it's my number one map out
Oh,
of this
all right,
pick.
okay.
I have the most memories there because I was decent at avoiding the cars. And,
So I think it's definitely a super creative one.
I like it when you
Now,
put the map
so
in reverse
I don't
and
know
make the
how
cars come back,
many of you
know?
kind of remember this. I kind of got this a lot on the N64 in general, but playing with a glare in any map or stage that's completely dark, I remember the
Oh.
glare from the sun making it so hard to play, and that was one of them.
Oh,
as well
really?
as Skyscraper.
Uh,
But
I don't think we faced that problem because we usually use the projection screen. And
oh, so you faced it even worse.
no, although in the old we had even when we had that big tube TV thing, like
Wasn't an issue. Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't know, but just think about the shortcut in the beach one. The beach, you shoot
That's
off the
true.
rocks into the
Tunnel.
waterfall,
You know
and then you spend the whole round in last place because it took you 4 tries
But,
to
like,
get it right.
Okay, what about those
Sure.
those like 5 trees right towards the end
Oh
of
yeah.
the map?
Uh-huh.
I'd be in first, and then
Yeah.
I would just not wedge those trees correctly, and I would just go, and I would get like 8th place. Because then
Yeah.
someone would get me with
The
a shell,
crabs.
and then
Yeah.
My favorite thing was trying to see how close I could get into the water without drowning. Just like going right across.
I did like to
The wet
explore
sand.
that
Yeah, the
map
wet
as a
sand.
kid because I was hoping I'd find like a shark or something,
Yeah.
but I never did.
You didn't
Isn't
love
there like
that.
spikes inside the water too? Right?
I think
I don't know.
I think the beach is probably like the most like normal map.
Standard.
Like it's
Except
it's
it
a
doesn't really
solid
have
one.
a road. Like you said, remember when you're driving, you're like, this is just a beach with a
Oh,
mountain
yeah.
on the
No,
side.
Like literally, well, all like the more I played yesterday, the more I realized that 64 Mario Kart has so many paths that there's like no path. Like the new
That's
ones,
so true.
the new ones you actually know where you're going. This one, it's like we'll tell you if you're going the
So,
wrong way.
I have a question to prompt you guys then.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
guys think having more choices in a Mario Kart game or racing game in general is better for tracks, or do you think that's worse for tracks?
Ooh.
Ooh, for tracks.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
I think it's
I think with Mario
I had to
Kart,
get used to
that's just kind of up in the air. It's like
I
whatever.
think if someone's a try hard on Mario Kart 64, there's something wrong.
Well, the
So-
thing is, like, you what's cool about having multiple routes is you can like find the fastest route, and then like perfect it, or like
Yeah.
like you can try to trick other people because
Or, Yeah, or something like
something
the Koopa one, right? The Koopa Beach
Yeah.
one. Do you remember the part you were talking about with the ramp, right?
Mhm.
Jumping inside the shortcut.
Yeah.
I would
That
literally
one's
save the
so
three
hard to
those
get
3
right.
boosts, right? If I was
Oh,
on
yeah.
first place, I would save the 3 boosts and just use it to get
Oh.
over there 3 times. That was such a cool.
Spotters makes a note that you, Caleb, can dodge trees, or can dodge cars, but you can't dodge trees.
Yeah. What do you mean?
That's a big comment.
That's a good Oh, he has a good point.
Alright, so a big
Oh,
part
wait,
of
you
driving in Mario Kart is the theming, right? Which one of
Uh-huh.
these maps do you think has theming that you like more?
I feel like the car one actually
I-
translates best into other maps because it's pretty.
I don't think-
it looks pretty.
It's
iconic,
not very
right?
canon. Cars aren't very canon in the Mario world. Beaches are, like you got beach maps all over Mario.
So what you're saying is it feels weird to have people driving on cars.
No, I don't care. I was
disproportionately-
just maybe trying to get other
That's a
people to
good. That's a
care.
good point though. Is that the cars are like so much bigger. It's
Yeah.
like why aren't we driving those
Yeah, I
I
massive
feel like
cars?
that map makes it into every Mario game where you know that's Toad's course.
Yeah.
Rather than other beach ones, I feel like it's just kind of like
Oh,
there's
I
a
see.
beach in the background, or I don't think they're really ever driving on a beach anymore. Maybe
I
they're
think if someone
underwater.
was like, "Oh yeah, pick a stage. Like, let's go play Mario Kart," I would pick the beach one long before I'd pick Toad's Turnpike.
Interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
What about music?
I don't remember the music.
Oh,
we didn't play with
listen to
any
the
music on because I don't think the emulation had music.
You mean the N64?
Oh yeah, the N64. Yeah,
N64.
no, the N64.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we didn't pirate anything. No.
It had some music, but what about because Toad's Turnpike in a way is grounded by reality because it has like the cars that you're driving next to. Do you think you prefer the more kind of like fantastical approach of going through a beach with a bunch of crabs walking side by side or something like that, Or do you think you kind of like being thrust into a scene that you're much more familiar with, which is driving?
I don't think it's very familiar though. Like I said, there's cars going both ways on the freeway.
No, they're all going one direction. Just some of them are going faster.
Yeah,
than
how
others.
is a beach not more realistic?
I don't know.
I'd say the beach is pretty realistic. Of a map, if we're talking about maps, the beach is actually.
Yeah, I forgot how different the old maps are because they really fixed a lot of the like theming and graphics with the newer games. But like the first map we played yesterday, like to recap, was the beach map, and it really like there was like 3 colors. They used like it was like blue, sand, and then rock, which was like
Sand
a dark
color.
brown. Yeah, like it. I don't know. Like graphically, I didn't really like the beach one as much, but I think I personally, I think I prefer the beach more, just because it's like a solid map. It's more fun to play, which is kind of the point of the game, is to be fun.
I go with the beach as well.
I love the
So
car
are we?
one.
Oh, so we're doing our votes then, or how
Not
much?
yet.
Oh,
What?
But we're not.
So the hazards of the Toad's Turnpike. Do you guys think that hinders the map overall?
Yeah.
hazards of.
The
That's what makes
cars.
it the map so fun.
I just
That's
remember.
what makes the map interesting. But
Yeah.
Interesting.
do you think that the having the hazards makes it less fun?
I think
No,
so.
it
Yeah.
makes
I
it
feel like
a
they're
lot
kind
of
of
fun.
inconsistent hazards.
Okay,
too.
I would say if you're playing Mario Kart as a one-off, like, oh, let's play a couple rounds of Mario Kart, sure, that'd be a fun thing to have. But I think if you're playing it for maybe several hours, that would just, yeah, I feel like I would want to just play a normal map.
Do you guys
Right.
typically play Mario Kart for long durations of time?
I don't think so.
That's
Oh, it's a genuine question. I don't know.
no. I would say
That's
maybe no more than a couple hours max.
max couple minutes.
I personally just see a map and I choose it.
One
It
race around.
goes further than that.
Which map do you guys think is more difficult?
Oh,
Turnpike.
Yeah.
Oh no question.
Well, but then if you try to get that shortcut, you're gonna.
Or you're saying at a competitive level?
Well, what I'm thinking is Toad's Turnpike has hazards that are difficult.
Yeah,
The
right.
Copa Troopa Beach has turns that are more difficult than that of Toad's Turnpike. Toad's Turnpike is walled in, right? So like just getting through the course, do you feel like it's easier to get through Toad's Turnpike or?
But the trigger discipline to not go for the shortcut.
Trigger
I never
discipline.
go for the shortcut. The thing is, I've never been able to actually get that right.
It's the most like.
If you get it, like
I think
oh my
that's the
gosh,
only
it's
like
great.
legit shortcut in that entire game. The others are all
Yeah.
jank. Blast through a wall, hop off the road, and land on a different road.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, we could probably transition this into final votes then, if you guys want.
I vote
Yes.
for Toad's Turn. No, I'm just kidding. The beach,
So
the beach one.
Starting with you, Daniel.
Yeah.
An uninterrupted minute of why you.
Oh no, you don't need you don't need.
Oh no, I don't. You can get an uninterrupted.
Or whatever you want
10
to say
seconds.
about it. What's your general thoughts?
I just think it's more fun, and that's why you're playing Mario Kart. Not because it's competitive, you know. I don't know, just more fun.
And Toad, the other one, isn't as fun.
Yeah, it's just a little crazy.
Because of the cars.
Because of the cars, yeah, the lighting too.
Yeah.
The
The what?
glare. It's too dark.
Okay. Someone else.
I'll do next. Okay, I also agree with the beach one, primarily because I have the most, like when I think of Mario Kart 64, that's like one of the first maps that comes to my head,
Yeah, me too.
right? Like, especially no. Okay, I just always think of, like what Daniel was saying. I always think of that shortcut. I always think of trying to drive as close as I can to the water without drowning as a kid. I don't know, that's one of the ones. There's two more that I think of Mario Kart even more than those, but I'm not gonna say what it is. But my bias definitely comes from not like the maps I played yesterday. I kind of was already set on what I was gonna choose, but my bias comes from me playing it as a kid, because I think that's why I enjoy Mario Kart 64. I probably wouldn't enjoy it that much if I didn't play when I was younger, to be honest with you. But yeah. So.
What's interesting about that is I've played Mario Party, or not Mario Party,
Kart.
Mario Kart. I played the SNES version, or just like the Super Nintendo version of it, way more. Like that was my childhood, and I never really had the 64 except for when I was like, you know, visiting friends' houses and stuff. But I definitely like just playing the 64 games. I feel like it holds up really well. Like I think I'd prefer to play the 64 games compared to the new Mario Karts.
And how does that translate into your vote?
Well, I think that.
Patrick, I can't take you seriously.
I feel
You guys
like
can't see him, but he has a bunch of.
I also
like
feel
over
totally
here like
called
this.
out. Okay.
Asking serious questions while just doing my hair.
So, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see the whole map of the Cars one, but I'm pretty sure out of what I saw that it's the
You see
same
one
thing, the
shot,
whole
you see
thing.
the whole
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like
Then
four
I think-
areas you can turn off though and get the items and then come back.
Koopa Troopa.
I-
So if you
like
guys
Cooper.
donate $10, Trent will make a vote. No, I'm just
I'm gonna say definitely Koopa Troopa Beach. It was more fun to drift around the corners. It felt like doable. Graphically, I don't like it as much, but
Another hit. Another one of my favorite maps.
Wait,
just
who-
gone.
Hey, Talon, welcome.
Oh, Talon.
Hey, wait,
Yo,
Talon,
wow.
wait, you agreed that wait, what is this map called?
oh yeah, this is a
First to your vote.
participatory
Okay, so
bracket.
obviously, well, I don't even know what's the map called again. The one with the
Koopa
Toad's
Troopa Beach
Turnpike.
and Toad's Turnpike.
Toad's Turnpike is obviously the better map because
Oh,
it's got more cars
And buses.
and buses.
All right.
Love the argument.
I think that kind of settles that then.
And my vote goes to Toad's Turnpike.
Yes. Yes.
Alright.
But
But
based on your guys'
Talon knows that Toad's Turnpike is the better map, right?
Talon does know.
Talon, we'd love to
Talon.
hear your thoughts as the tie-breaking vote, which doesn't, as a pity vote rather, my moderator vote. I would say you guys argued better for Koopa Troopa Beach, so that's what I would vote for.
But what do you say just because three of us
Off
liked
of
it?
honestly, I personally like Toad's Turnpike better. You guys argued Koopa Troopa better, so I'm voting that.
Wait, no, but okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna
I
say.
have at least one person on my side.
Yeah, but Patrick's.
I didn't even vote with you though.
It's scary driving at night.
Um,
In Mario Kart, it's spooky.
All right, so
Talon, gotta give me that vote.
I'm unfamiliar with you.
Gosh darn it.
But he said but.
Oh,
Alright,
he's gonna say that he likes Toad.
So
Trent knows his brother too well, man.
So the next ones up are Wario Stadium versus DK's Runway.
Oh,
DK's
gosh,
Jungle Park, I
not
think.
that map.
Warrior Stadium.
Jungle Parkway. DK Jungle Parkway.
Got it.
That's a
Wait,
Donkey Kong
DK
map, right?
Jungle Parkway.
DK Jungle Parkway.
trying to remember.
Your time starts now.
Someone start talking about it. So I
Oh,
can
really
remember.
fast though. Spotter says that he's also with you, Caleb, with Turnpike.
Oh wait, hey Patrick.
Okay.
Being
The
greater.
bracket breakdown lives over the chat. Is that supposed to be a thing?
If it wants to be.
Okay, so you're gonna do opening comments, Daniel?
No, I'm trying to remember what DK
It's
Jungle.
just one character.
DK Jungle has
That's
the
the one of the
coconuts,
ones
right?
that throws the coconuts at you.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
the coconut one.
Okay.
Yeah, the one you
Let
go-
me-
you
let
launch
me-
off of things, you
Let
get
me boost
tiny
that one up a
bridge.
bit. I really like that one. And like
Yeah.
I think Caleb really pushed it into the gutter pretty fast when we were playing it because he hates the coconuts.
I hate the
But
least
yeah.
favorite
That was the
map.
one map that I felt like I could drift every corner perfectly. And
Yeah.
if I did fall off, like the coconuts kind of hit me back on track. So
Oh my God.
you know, I'm just saying it kind of worked. All right.
For you, it's like the what is the what are those called again?
Oh,
The
yeah.
gutters. What are those things called again?
Like
bumpers,
gutter
bumpers.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, bumpers for the gutters. But yeah, was that the map that we played where I got stuck?
No.
Okay,
no,
we'll
that
talk
one.
about that later. We'll talk
Yeah,
about that
yeah,
later.
that's a later one.
Yeah, but my opinion on this one is not enough coconuts.
Oh.
Honestly, there needs to be more coconuts at every turn.
No. Remember when like you would
No,
get
no, no.
knocked off the map or you get hurt or something, it would place you back on the green and you would just get pelted.
Oh yeah.
Pelted by
I remember
coconuts.
that.
And you couldn't get out of it.
Oh, I was
And then you try to
scared.
turn over back on the throat and you go onto the other side and you get hit by more coconuts. What's the other map? I don't even know what the other map
Okay,
is.
so no,
I
that's
just remember, like,
Wario
Wario
Stadium.
Stadium.
This is where I come in. So this is the one where the floor looks like, chocolate chip brownie, whatever.
Sure.
Oh,
And then you're in
that's
this
a good
big
way.
stadium. You're going over these big hills, getting a lot of momentum, going off ramps, going in circles, and
Yeah, you just described
And
the
the best
entire
part,
experience.
when you get enough speed, you can just crash into a wall and it'll put you over into first place.
Yeah, you
you
can.
know.
And
And
you
then
literally tumble. And
Yeah.
If you get enough
it's a
momentum.
fun shortcut. Oh man, the only hazards are your ability to make turns.
Yeah, or if you don't get enough speed.
Or
and
or
you
that
can-
one jump. That one jump
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that crosses the
Oh, yeah.
map.
Uh huh.
If
That's
you
what I'm
get
saying.
hit,
If you get hit
And
by
you
like a lightning
fall,
bolt or something.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can fall directly in it and you're done. Like you're out of the game pretty
Yeah.
much. You gotta. That was always
Yeah.
the thing. It rarely happened, so it actually made it kind of fun. like
Mhm.
because you knew there was a bit of anxiety, like that
It was a
happened.
pretty long
These
course.
are
But which,
really good
which
at
map do you have more anxiety in? Wario Stadium or
Freaking-
Donkey
Oh,
Kong?
Donkey Kong is, that
is
one is
bad.
yeah, that
Garbage.
one's
And then you go to the end where they got all of a sudden everything narrows down
Yeah.
and this like small
Oh.
tiny little.
Yeah, then there's
Wait,
like
it
an
has
entire
that-
slope.
It has
Yeah.
that underground portion
And,
too.
but if you don't make it, you get pelted with more of those.
All right.
Yeah.
There's like the cave at the very end, and I swear when I first entered, I did not see where I was supposed to go. It's just this open cave, like
Yeah.
because it kind of spirals up and to the left, but there's a large area where nobody actually goes to. That's just open.
Yeah.
So you just go there and you're like, where
What is
do I
it
go
for
now?
exactly?
Where-
too?
yeah.
Yeah. There's
Okay,
a
wait.
bunch of
You
unutilized
guys remember
space.
the jump in that map where you jump over like that
Oh,
ferry or whatever it is?
yeah.
Yeah.
You can hit that with too much speed.
Too
Easily.
much?
Yeah.
Oh, and
Or
get-
too
uh-huh,
little,
put in the coconut
but too
in.
much, and you go right back into the coconut rampage. It's like, you're like,
Caleb hates these coconuts.
It always comes back to the coconut ranch.
oh my gosh! But then I think you can hit the ferry if I'm not. Maybe not.
I don't think they're
No, you
coconuts. Those are like spiky.
They're like spiky
Spiky
coconuts.
coconuts.
They were
so
like
they're worse than coconuts.
pineapple.
Wait, Spotters is right. He says trying to get on the bridge on DK can be frustrating. I
Yeah.
think
And
I
it,
had that
it literally
problem.
tries to funnel you into it.
Yeah,
It
it
goes
is,
so
yeah.
really
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you do that thing where it's like you're ramming into it and it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
just
it's like
push you
dum,
in. It's
dum,
like,
dum,
yeah.
I slid
Yeah.
on a
Although-
banana
What
and
happens
fell off
if
the
you do it
edge.
wrong?
You
get pelted by coconuts.
I like it more than the bridge at Bowser's Castle though. But that's
Oh,
for
okay,
another day.
Oh,
Okay,
do
the
that
Bowser's
comparison.
Castle Bridge, that thing.
Wait, we're not talking about Bowser's Castle.
So, okay, one thing both these maps do really well is that Wario Stadium does kind of feel like almost like an ATV park, right? It's so
Yeah.
confined, everything's simple ramps. It almost has that sense of realism because you're going on such simple stuff. DK's Jungle quite literally looks like a jungle, what's it called? Jungle Parkway? Like, it's so
I
chaotic.
will say that I
Coconuts are
really
being pelted
like
at
the
you.
aesthetics of Donkey
Donkey
Kong
Kong.
map. It's
Yeah.
just, I
that
like
one looks
that a lot.
better. I
Looks
agree.
way better than the
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 boats.
frosting and the cake on the side walls. You know what I mean?
Do you remember
Yeah.
the boats? The
It
boat,
looked
right?
like gross,
I love the boat
Oh,
that's like
yeah.
during the beginning of the
Yeah,
map.
it,
Also-
I have to say it looks like it's one of the better looking maps.
Going back to the
let
day
me
and
do
night
that
thing,
section.
I think if map is a night map, it automatically makes it a pretty bad map. Like not a bad map, but it just makes it worse. Like I feel
There's
more
a-
scared when I'm at a dark map, you know?
Yeah.
Like the only dark maps
That's
are
the
like
reason why the ghost one
Rainbow
didn't get chosen,
Roads
right?
and like
Ghost one.
car ones. Yeah, the ghost one.
Yeah.
Like there's no happy dark map, but they're all very scary.
Yeah.
Um,
It's also worth mentioning that you see one snapshot of Wario and you see the entire stage. There's so many
Yeah.
different areas to explore.
One thing I would say about the Wario that's definitely because we've said a lot of bad things about DK. We said a little bit of good things, but I would say another good thing about Wario Stadium is to me it's the that feels like the most genuine racing map. Right, like it actually has
Yeah.
the whole ATV, like
Yeah.
almost like
You
it's like an
know what?
ATV.
Yeah, it makes you feel like you're in the stadium, right?
You know what
Exactly.
I loved as a
It's
kid
the
was
most-
like the projection screen they had in that map where it like shows your
Oh,
character
yeah,
on
the
the
mega
map
screen.
going over the stuff like really cool
Yeah.
stuff. As a kid I was like,
Ay,
how do they do that? That's so cool.
okay.
On that note, we'll head into final votes. Who would
Okay.
like to go first with their 1 minute of uninterrupted?
Well, I don't need a minute of uninterrupted, but I can
Trent
start if
might
you
need
want. Okay, so I did really at one point in time I did really like DK Parkway. I really like DK Parkway. I think I loved the coconut part of it when I was younger, right? But I played it with Trent the other day, and it is kind of a little bit annoying.
clapped him.
Yeah, no.
I demolished.
I literally got in the green and just pelted with tons of coconuts and
Yeah, I got in one of those like soft locks.
yeah.
But anyways, I would say after I don't think I played it, but I watched Warrior Stadium. Did I play it or did I watch it? I don't know.
I forget.
But after seeing it again, I feel like I couldn't not say that that's by far the more superior map because it feels like there's no real like if you make a mistake, it's your fault. If you lose it's
not
your
the stage.
fault.
It's
Yeah.
It's not the stage.
It's very well.
I mean, or a
It could be the items, but
So basically that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Wario Stadium, but I would say that the Donkey Kong map, in the right mood, at 2 a.m. can be way more fun. If you know what I mean?
And do you play Mario Kart more at 2 a.m. or any other time of the day? The answer is 2 a.m.
Yeah, I would say though that
All right.
Wario Stadium is a really good map though.
Okay.
I don't think it could.
I'm gonna say, Donkey Kong. Wait, I don't even know the maps.
It's a
Donkey Kong
DK and
Kong,
Wario.
DK map. I think it looks nice. Like it's one of the maps that looks the nicest. But it has one like a huge thing, which is the coconuts. And Wario doesn't have
Wait,
coconuts.
what? The coconut?
And
Just start getting pelted.
pelted with all his and Wario doesn't have any coconuts. So ultimately, it makes it the better model.
Okay, last time you said cars were a plus.
Yeah, it has more
Coconuts
cars.
are a minus.
Coconuts
We're
are
understanding the
no
two
I'm seeing where this is going.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no.
Daniel.
As I proceed to eat a bite of an onion.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a pretty obvious answer. I think Wario's Stadium is definitely the one that I will be choosing. Those ramps are a lot of fun. You get a lot of speed. Go down, drift the corner, hit the wall really hard, get into first place. You know.
9 a.m. Mario Kart is cursed.
It is true. Don't play Mario Kart at 9 a.m. It's not a 9 a.m. game.
No one plays Mario.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone in existence. That's like probably the
Let's play
only
Mario
time.
Kart right now.
Trent.
Wario Stadium.
You're like, I don't think you can explain.
No, it's nice. You
Hey,
get to
yeah.
shovel mud with your toes, and it's just great fun.
You know, thinking about the DK Jungle, I don't even know how it made its way on this list.
I was surprised too, but it had a pretty decent vote.
Wow.
It was quite liked.
Um,
Well, and like Caleb said, it is a very pretty looking map. Some people also just like chaos. They like
You know, honestly, if I were to say, because I think I voted for it, I saw the pictures as I was voting, and I think it might have been one of the best looking maps.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? You're kind of biased when you're looking at a picture, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, it probably looked.
Well, and we
Very
talked
good.
a lot about DK Jungle Parkway this time, and not as much about Wario, but that's okay
Because it's
because Wario's
coming
making
back.
it back. And through your guys' arguments, not for Wario but against DK, I would also have to give my vote to the unanimous one, which is DK loses. So.
No, I think it's a 5-0, man.
Yeah,
You just
5-0
got
there.
5-0.
But we're going to head on over to our next one. As a reminder, you can vote for any of these tracks coming forward to help with the...
and then you donate $10 and your vote counts too. You can play at home.
You actually can play at home
Yes,
if you
you
donate. You can pick your favorite and basically help that in a tie-breaking vote. So keep that in mind. We're heading on to the next bracket
And
here.
then the loser of
Let's
the
talk about
brackets will be removed in the next update. So they'll do a Mario 64 update and take that one out.
Yeah, we're determining the fate of Mario 64's life.
They're actually changing the history books right now.
So the next ones up are Rainbow Road and Yoshi's Valley.
Oh.
Ooh.
This is a pretty high-ranking matchup. And as soon as Seth gets back,
No, you can start.
Now,
Wait.
as a reminder, Yoshi's Valley is
Bring it over here.
the one
Okay.
with the dirt bridges, right?
guys, that's going to sound too bad.
Sorry,
That's going to sound too bad.
Okay, no.
Just take a bit and take it
Wait,
back.
Oh, so I think Yoshi's
You want some too?
No.
Oh, I didn't take any yet.
Just take some.
Sorry, guys.
This episode is brought to you by Skittles. Taste the rainbow.
Don't put things on the
Diet Skittles.
Don't you mean
Alright,
an
Or
M&M?
Hollow.
Rainbow
Bring it
Road.
back, bring it back.
Rainbow Road versus Yoshi's Valley. You guys have 6 minutes. Start.
We're specifically talking.
Alright,
wait.
Soundtrack.
Let me.
Rainbow Road. Great song.
Trent, you go first.
Trent goes first.
Okay. Very important thing to say. Mario 64. It's a lot different than the SNES. Rainbow Road on the SNES is like my favorite game. And I feel like they ruined it in the 64. Like, the whole point of Rainbow Road was that you can fall off at any point. Like, literally any point. And here they put borders there. Like, the neon signs are kind of cool. But also the idea that you're just...
You have to try to get off.
Yeah. Well, okay. I have seen some cool speed runs of the 64, like gapping, like
Yeah, and then you
the
jump
whole
off and
map, and then you like hacks where you can just do it in seconds. So I like that concept of it, but everything else, I'm actually not a huge fan of this Rainbow Road. And you know what? I used to really hate the Yoshi's Valley, right? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yoshi's Valley. It like
Gameplay is 0.
I felt like I always fell off the edges, but now that I don't know. I feel like I understand the routes
I
more.
feel like-
There's like so many choices right off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like Spotters captured this perfectly.
Yes,
Rainbow
I
Road
read
is
it.
Beautiful.
He
and
literally-
the music is unmatched, but the gameplay is 0.
That's literally a thesis statement, man.
I know.
That's literally a
Perfect.
thesis
So
statement.
does anyone have any contesting arguments to Trent's claims about
I feel like-
Rainbow Road?
I feel like
Yeah.
the map was
Well,
too long
I think that's
and just like pretty much boring. Like if you got ahead of everybody, you're just kind of there ahead of everybody, and there's nothing you
There's-
could do to stop you. 'Cause,
well,
like,
there's that, but also saying that there's no like that there is borders. That's a lot of the maps in N64. You know,
Yeah.
things that keep
Like
you
they-
from falling off. You know.
there's not a whole lot stimulating you because there is the neon signs, but you're pretty much on the same road like the whole time. There's no like.
If you want borders, you can play the Wario
differentiators.
map. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not like
Mhm.
any elevation changes
So-
really. It's just like
I have a question then, because Rainbow Road appears as like the last map, right?
Yeah.
So it's the last map in the Star Run. It kind of feels almost like a victory lap then, right? So do you think that maybe the reason there's all these neon lights is just to kind of give you like, hey, you made it to the end of the game.
Yeah, it's like
you
the
get
credits.
to see all the
Yeah,
credits.
and I think it's
Yeah.
probably the longest
Well,
map.
no,
right?
yeah, and that's the thing is it's
Pretty
so long and it's so like competitive because it's like, man, I've been on this course for 5 minutes. I've been going from first to second. It's this big long battle, and then a chain chomp comes out of nowhere, bam, you know.
Chain chomp. I was gonna say that at the end, like halfway through,
Chain chomp.
there's a chain chomp.
Oh, we got a donation by the way.
I'm checking it.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing I'll say is Trent and I did this. He ended up winning. He won from one item. That's literally no, seriously. Like I was ahead the entire time. He then, as I was going down, at the start, how
Oh
at the start,
yeah.
he then used the item. I fell off, and it takes like 17 seconds to come back because
Yeah.
it's so big. So I just kept on falling down for like
That's
17
right. That
seconds.
was literally just on that steep part.
Yeah, but other than that, I would say what you guys might be looking a little bit off, right? I would say that Rainbow Road, even though it might be a little simple, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you have to keep your wit to you. You have to keep on the
That's an
track.
Interesting point.
Yeah. Yeah, like every single turn you do, like you talked before about like doing your drifts.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Just
to make
getting
sure
it down.
everything. If you get really good at the game, you have to make sure every little thing you do is very mechanical. That means methodical. And then you have to make sure to do everything perfect because otherwise people will, like Caleb was saying, they will get a lead on you and then you'll probably lose.
Let's talk about Yoshi Valley.
Yeah, and Yoshi Valley, yes, which is
Yoshi Valley is just such a weird map.
Well,
It
I
has
think it's
so
cool.
many things,
There's a
chain
million
chomp.
different
does.
paths too.
There's a
you
million
know?
different
It's super
paths.
cool.
and you don't know
He's
who's
still
who
trying
in
to
that.
figure out what it is.
I'm trying to remember.
It's the one with
You
that
can't
big
tell?
spinning
Everybody has
egg
a-
right
it's-
before the
Oh
bridge.
yes. Oh, that is the hardest.
The
map
big
in the
spinning
game.
egg. No, it is.
No.
It's difficult,
And then
but it's
everybody
awesome.
has a question mark over their name.
Oh
so
yeah.
like you don't know who's in
Mhm.
first, who's in
Exactly.
second.
Oh my gosh, that map.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
And
Oh.
so
There's like
Unless
so
it's
many
screen
paths.
like
Yeah.
you don't know.
Well,
By
the
the
chain
way,
chomps I forgot about.
We
Those.
did get a donation to whipped cream pie someone's face. We don't know whose it is. If you're in chat, please let us know who it is.
Oh.
But it was from Sis, and I assume that means one of you two. So,
Okay, we'll see.
yeah.
Okay, let's see.
But
Anyway, continue.
We'll see.
I would say that
Is way-
those two. This is tough because those are my two favorite maps in the entire game.
Oh no.
Um,
I just got a
probably
text
in
that
almost
says
like
Seth.
all
Sad.
Mario Kart games. But the shortcuts are super fun in Yoshi's Valley, but they're also a lot more fun in Rainbow Road.
Yeah, Rainbow
When you
Road
get them
shortcuts
right.
is-
Like that is something that cannot be beat. When you're like airborne for 30 seconds and land
Can
on the
you
next
successfully do that?
You
It's
mess
like-
it up
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
If you
You
mess
hit
it
that
up,
ground.
Well,
so
and you gotta
hard.
do it right because sometimes you'll bounce, you like the ground and
You
bounce
hit-
into the
You
void.
hit so hard because you're
Yeah.
not supposed to do it. And so
Yeah.
it's just like
This is honestly by far the toughest matchup yet, in my opinion.
Okay, let's talk about music.
Oh,
Yoshi
well,
Valley
then-
comes
we already said
Rainbow
that.
Road.
Yeah.
Oh, you
But
already
Yoshi's
did.
Yoshi's
know
music
it.
is good
I don't
though.
even know what Yoshi's.
No, the Yoshi's one is really good.
Is it?
If I remember right, is it just the classic?
No, it's like
no.
no. It's like this weird harmonica.
It's kind of like a
sound.
banjo.
Yeah, it's like a
something like that.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's iconic because of the map, not because of the music. While Rainbow
Oh,
Road's
can we-
iconic because of both.
Can we do a quick listen?
So
Because of the music?
no.
No,
Oh.
copyright.
No, so
Twitch is finicky.
Right.
So do we have to? Are we at
Spots
the?
doesn't think it's a tough matchup. I mean, yeah, we can. Why don't you start then? What's your final?
We
Okay.
haven't even talked about the Yoshi one that much.
I
My
would
vote-
honestly. This is a tough one. But maybe
It is a tough
Do you
one.
need someone else to start?
I think I have.
Ultimately,
I might need somebody else to
okay.
start.
Ultimately, I feel like
Yeah.
Rainbow Road is not stimulating enough to like warrant how long the map is. I don't. And while it is, Yoshi's like you could take a ton of different paths, but the thing is you pretty much nail it down to one
Mm-hmm.
thing after a while, so it makes it, I don't know. But I still like. I feel like I don't know. I don't like Rainbow Road that much. There's not enough going for it that I feel like I want to select that map over Yoshi. So I
So
choose
Yoshi.
Yeah.
I think that Rainbow Road is just so iconic. Like I feel like that is like one of the most known Mario Kart things. And like Seth said, it's not about the race, like the marathon and the endurance and you know keeping your sanity and like still trying after how long it is.
And those
just,
red
like,
shells.
you know,
as
and it's
far
one of
as
those
the-
things where it's so big, you can be in last place by a lot and slowly make it back to the top because it's just so long and so big. Where, you know, Yoshi's is super fun. You know, there's a lot of cool, like, shortcuts, all that stuff. But it's just, you know, it's crazy. Which maybe, you know, that's a good thing. But, I don't know. I cannot say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
So are you
These
choosing?
are
yeah.
two good ones.
Rainbow or
Rainbow Road.
okay.
Rainbow Road is my choice for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, so man, this is a really tough one for me. Wait, Trent, do you wanna go?
Yeah, I'll go. It's
Okay.
definitely Yoshi's Valley would be my pick because, you know, like I said, Rainbow Road just lost all of my likes for it when they kept the edges. Like, honestly, if Rainbow Road didn't have edges, that would be my top, you know? Because that brings the competitiveness up, but it also means it's all skill. Like, you don't have to avoid, hitting, like, weird obstacles or weird, like, items that are being thrown at you, like coconuts or something like that. You know, like, you can just, focus on the road itself. But yeah, no, Yoshi's Valley is still like my favorite. It's just it has a lot of interest, different paths you can choose. It's still pretty skill based. So
Yeah, I'm going to be voting for Rainbow Road. The reason why isn't even what I was saying, which is the whole like marathon or sprint or whatever. It's a question that Patrick brought up, which is like, when you play Rainbow Road, do you like sometimes it's like a victory map, right? It's not really made to be so super gimmicky. Like, it's meant to be like, okay, you made it this far. You know, here's a nice long easy road, and here's all of like the symbolism of all of the
Yeah,
characters.
that's
And
true.
because it's so long, you hear that music that entire time.
And the music is so good. I will also agree with Trent though that it is probably one of the worst Rainbow Road maps of the Mario series. But because it's so iconic and because it does sort of have that feeling like, oh, you made it this far,
Yeah.
congratulations, I'm gonna have to say Rainbow Road.
Boy, yeah, this
The
is
music is way too good too.
this
like,
is definitely a tough matchup. If you guys donate within the next within the next
Do
few
it.
minutes, then we can revert the outcome of this. But judging, we just got a donation.
Oh wow.
Let me check on that.
it's gonna
Unless
be
it's the same one. Let me check. I get
No,
delayed
it just went up
texts
to
sometimes.
500.
We just
Hey,
broke
whoa.
500, fellas.
Guys,
Ah.
congratulations! Thank you guys so
Opa.
much.
We did it. And we did it before our... Oh, the timer's not on the screen. Well, that's annoying.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. It's no worries.
Well, looks like Rainbow Valley.
Rainbow Valley.
Valley over Road is what... so basically, Yoshi's Valley now has $5 sitting
Ooh.
at it. So my vote actually doesn't matter anymore.
Oh
I,
wow.
no joke, was going to vote Rainbow Road.
Oh really?
Because I think you guys
Whoa.
argued for it better. I don't think you guys talked about
Was it
Yoshi's
you?
That's what I
Valley.
was saying. We didn't even talk about Yoshi's
Yeah,
Valley.
but
that much.
honestly, also, great music, victory lap, Seth's marathon, for some reason, talk really got to me. I was like, oh, that's so true. Is that
Yeah.
you can't mess up for a second because there's no gimmicks that'll get you out of that. It's just
Yeah,
straightforward
exactly.
driving.
The only thing maybe would be the chain chomps. But
That's true, the chain jumps, yeah.
But it doesn't matter because even though we didn't talk much about the other one, because it won, we'll now be able to talk a lot about
Yeah,
it.
Wow.
Yoshi Valley
Yeah.
now has
I think we all knew it was going to come down to one of these two.
Yeah, those are two really close matchups in my
Yoshi.
opinion.
Okay, so now Yoshi Valley has $5 running at, which means if it comes into another tie, unless it's contested, we'll continue to win the tie-breaking vote.
Is that how it
Oh.
works?
$5.
Oh.
on its name.
Somebody fix it. Somebody do
So
it. I don't
Yoshi
have my
Valley's
wallet
making it to the
on
next
me.
round. We're now going to be talking about Bowser's Castle versus Block Fort.
Okay,
Now,
this
will
is
be
so
interesting.
hard.
So we
Dude.
have battle stage
What's
versus
Block
racing
Fort?
stage.
That's the
The
one.
battle.
We played
The only battle.
Oh, the one we played in CS:GO.
Yeah, the one we played since.
Is that happening?
So you guys have 6 minutes starting.
Content.
Starting now.
Okay. Well, first thing I'm gonna say is I'm gonna just state the obvious. We're gonna be comparing apples to oranges
That's
right now. It's gonna be kind of hard to equate the two together. It's only like it's
Yeah.
two battle maps, which it's kind of so I think what the argument will have to be is which one's better for what it's trying to do, which one's better for being a racing map in the case of the Bowser's Castle, and which one's better in the case of making a a fighting map, whatever it's called, battle arena. So I think that's what the focus.
Can we also compare the modes a bit, because
the modes themselves?
yeah, I feel like in a way the map represents that mode, because it's
Yes.
very much like,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
you know, even just the fact that they colored the different sections the way they did, it kind of makes it fun, because you're like, oh, he's over at yellow and he's making his way to blue. Like, it's easier to like locate things and you know, figure out. You can like jump down from a higher
Yeah.
level onto people, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Oh, what I hated was if you fell down a level at an angle, you would spin, and then you fall off. And once you lose it, you would lose a.
I think
I think you would
did.
lose a.
A balloon, yeah.
So I feel like the Block Fortress got dealt a bad hand just because racing mode is so much better than battle mode. I think we can all
Really?
kind of.
I don't
No.
think that's as easy cut and clean.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
actually,
All right, so I didn't know we were
love the
playing with
battle
a
mode.
bunch of a bunch of Nazis. All right.
Oh, okay. No.
So,
Okay.
explain.
No, I didn't know people actually like battle mode, so never
So
mind.
what do you dislike about that?
Oh, well, whoever is Bowser has an advantage because if you run into him,
That's so
you
right.
lose a balloon. You
Like,
know?
what the? I would always
Like, that's
choose
not even
Bowser.
fair. Yeah.
Oh wait, you're right. Why would?
Bowser
Okay, are you
had
kind of
priority over everybody.
It's a lot
yeah.
of it's luck. You know, you pick up a little, shell box or whatever. It's like, oh, I happen to get a red shell. Perfect. That's a free hit on someone. Oh, I got a green shell. Oh,
Not
dang.
necessarily, because
Looks
I
like
missed
I
a red shell shot.
But I don't know. I feel like it's more of a mini game, not really a game.
No, I completely agree with the mini game standpoint. Yeah.
I feel like I never got to play battle mode to its fullest.
You need
Because-
4 controllers.
You need 4 controllers to play battle mode properly.
And
There's-
4 friends.
There's no.
3 friends.
There's no There's no bots. I don't think, right? You can't
No.
play it with bots.
This
So
is
it
before
was like
common bots.
me and Seth would play against each other, and that was it. And in the better map, I felt like to do that on with Skyscraper. This map we did play on quite a bit, but like you get caught and be like, okay, someone's on top of the tower, but I'm on the bottom, and then by the time you get to the top, it's like they jumped off, and it was just for the way we played, like with only 2 people. It didn't really. The battle mode didn't really work very well.
Yeah.
But
But as for the
Bowser's
actual maps,
Castle-
Oh yeah, for the actual maps. Forgot about that.
Mhm.
Bowser's Castle, that map. I remember as a kid, I loved the lava. I was like,
yeah.
dude, there's lava.
Well,
That
and the
is the
aesthetic
coolest
was
thing.
so cool too.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and all the thwomps.
The thwomps.
Oh my gosh,
God.
I love that. And then the one guy that was in the cage.
Oh yeah.
That's so great.
Well, and then it was also nice because it was a clear path. You stay on the
It was
carpet.
one of-
You don't get off the carpet.
Yeah,
you
the
know,
only
red
problem with that
carpet.
map is that stupid bridge that you always fall off because it's right around a turn and
Yeah.
you fall off of it.
Man, I think this
Yeah.
game really struggles with the bridges. I think
The bridge
It's
is.
a shame they added so many.
I know.
Yeah, my favorite thing about that map was definitely the thwomp in the cage.
Oh.
I always tried to see if there's a way to open up the cage when I was younger.
Yeah,
I don't know
wanted them to escape, get out, and just
Yeah.
So it seems pretty clear then that you guys think Bowser Castle is a lot more visually interesting than Block Fort.
Visually,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
Block Fort said primary colors.
Blue, wait, what is it? Blue, red,
Preschool.
yellow, green, is it?
I don't
Is
know.
it green?
Preschool.
Okay. Yeah. I would say though, if I'm ever doing a battle map, the only two we would ever really
that's true.
play
That's a good point.
would be Block Fortress or
So
the.
I
Skyscraper.
guess my
UFO
question would be:
looking.
do you guys think you're going to be voting based off of how well the map suits its mode, or just factor in the fact that you like a certain mode better than the other?
I was originally saying like how well it is for the mode, but
The block. I mean, it's also like think about creativity. I mean, Block Fortress is awesome, but it's not that creative. You know, it's kind of just like I don't know.
Although I see it as like the like performance map. Like it is, if you were to make a map for that mode, that's what you'd make it. You know, like it has its levels. It has really good
Yeah, I
region
agree.
control. It has like
mm-hmm.
a cross section where you can see completely across the map, but then also like hide from somebody.
Didn't the shells, if you shot them off like the ledge, it would just go and die? Like, was it? A lot
I
of
think
times?
so.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot, the map wasn't like, or the
It's
game
worth
wasn't
mentioning-
fully fledged out when they.
I struggle
uploaded
to see
that.
a Mario Kart map where shells work well.
Really?
I mean, like maybe Luigi and Mario's Runway are like the only ones, but shells like they always hit walls. You know, that's just the game.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to devalue your point.
But like shooting them off of something should just be like, you shoot it off and like tip goes.
Yeah.
Well,
But I think
with
something
green
at
shells,
the end and like. maybe
you'll
fall.
often shoot it and it'll hit you back too,
Oh yeah.
and that's so common in Block Fort.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how do you guys think Bowser's
I think-
Castle does at racing specifically?
At racing.
I think it's a lot of fun.
Great
I
game.
always
I
enjoyed
love
it.
that.
Yeah, I feel like I've died too many times for it to be fun. I
Is that because
swear,
there's no borders?
I hit every thwomp, like every thwomp, and there's like
Oh, the sliding thwomps, the ones that
You-
go
Oh,
like
because
that.
like they
Yeah.
start sliding.
you can't
towards
really
you.
predict exactly when they're
They're
gonna
like this
fall.
and
But you have to keep the same pace when you're like drifting or going forward. You know, it's like you can't slow down for a thwomp. So like you have to like.
You guys were also playing an
I don't know.
150cc.
Oh, that's true.
One
That's
thing-
the fastest.
Yeah. One thing I would say about Bowser's Castle is when I think of Mario, I do think of Bowser's Castle, right? That one and the Ghost one, I would say, are the ones that are the most sort of like that date back to the original Mario.
Very much Mario-esque.
The
Do
Yeah.
thing
you
though.
want to kind of turn that into your final vote?
Yeah.
Yes, that'll be my final vote, which is why I'm voting for
You're voting for
Bowser's
Bowser?
Castle.
So you feel it better suits Mario Kart than
It better
Block
suits
Fort.
Mario as a
I
whole.
thought I remember as a kid I thought I was getting
And-
away with something because it was like, wait, I could do play Bowser's Castle already? Like I didn't have to do anything? Like, dude.
That's how canonically intertwined. we
Yeah.
were.
One thing I would say is I wish they implemented Bowser a little bit better into it.
Oh.
If I remember, isn't he just like you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
literally drive past him and then
Bowser should get like an extra like
Well,
speed
you already get
boost
to
every
play as
time.
Bowser. Yeah.
Caleb, you want
That's
to turn
true.
this in your final vote?
Bowser's Castle because it has lava. The battle mode doesn't have any lava.
oh my god.
I think, yeah, I'm gonna say Bowser's Castle. And that's partially because I think maybe it's just battle mode is kind of like it's hard to get a really good map because it's battle mode, you know. But the battle mode's great in CS:GO.
Oh, Donut Map has lava.
Battle map has lava. Yeah, I don't know. I think Bowser's Castle is just really solid. It's a clear definition of where you need to go. I don't know. It's like also kind of on the difficult side. It's got some, I don't know,
Sure.
some fun things.
Gotcha.
So Trent.
Trey?
All right, I have to vote Block Fort because cause screw you guys. No, I legit, I really like battle mode. As far as like SNES, I have a little more SNES experience, but I played battle mode like almost way more in the SNES than I actually did the racing. And even though it is like a mini game, I like the format because it's a little more like tuck and dodgy, and then you have to like miss somebody and turn around, and like you can always catch somebody by surprise, and
Yeah.
like it makes you want to do like a rematch right away, you know, where like Mario Kart, if you don't understand the drifting, you're kind of like screwed no matter what.
Yeah.
As far as the maps go, I think that the theming of Bowser's Castle feels a little weird in the Nintendo 64 one compared to the SNES one, because like you feel like you're in Bowser's Castle the whole time in the other versions, where like in the 64 you feel like you are kind of in this like there's like green grass and stuff outside,
Oh, that's
and
a
then
good
there's like
point.
Peach's
Oh, yeah.
castle, like
Multi-biome.
it just
Huh.
it feels a
I didn't
little
think
bit
of
like the only part that is lava is like one bridge, you know, and then you're like going through like a generic castle with like, you know,
There's a lot of lava
red
in
carpet,
that, I thought.
but well,
The
I don't
outside
know.
portion where you like.
The outside was
Oh,
actually
that's
kind
true.
of.
That's true.
Sorry, it's uninterrupted.
That's a good point. But still, the fact that there's grass maybe just throws me off. That it doesn't. I don't feel like I'm in too much danger there. It just feels like weird and it kind of shifts too often.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna have to go with block fort.
I think you guys actually argued both of these really well. I don't think either of you did so much of a heading, so I'm just going to say block fort because I like that one better, and I like battle mode a lot, and I think block fort does great with battle mode because it's so chaotic within the battle itself, while the map itself is so simple
Yeah.
and facilitates chaos. While also I suck at Bowser's Castle.
Wait, so
So-
does that get voted?
I already voted.
You already
Yeah.
did.
Bowser's
Does he
But
get-
Bowser's Castle wins either way. That would be my pity vote though to block fort.
Yeah.
And that concludes the first round of bracket breakdown. So
That's it.
Right.
wait, no, stay there.
Oh.
We're gonna do them all at once. So we're heading on to the second round, which in this case scenario would be. Let me pull up the thing. Koopa won, right? Yeah, Koopa won.
Yep.
It's gonna be Koopa Troopa's Beach versus Wario Stadium.
Oh my gosh.
That's a hard one.
That's an easy one.
You guys can start your
Koopa
discussions.
Beach sucks.
And right now, maybe start with Kilo.
Yeah, so this one you're on sand, the other one you're on dirt. Dirt is obviously the better platform because, like, it's more solid, you're able to grip better, while as sand, like, you just go right into the ocean.
You know, as weird as what you're saying is, you have points like laid underneath that.
There is something
I don't
there.
know if he knows what those points are.
I don't know what they are. I don't like the beach one. I always felt like it was like, okay, so we've got a texture, let's make a beach map. And then they just kind of half made it. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a full-fledged map.
Do you think part of that is because there's not so much a clear raceway? Because it feels
Yeah,
like
there's not so much a clear raceway, and then they just add like these random like wedges that are turned into ramps, and it kind of just means like, okay, we gotta make one more map. Let's see what we want to do, and then they just made that.
I do agree that the wedges that turn into ramps don't really fit the theme.
And then I would avoid them because they would slow you down. So there's like no
Mhm.
point.
They were kind of wedges, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I think I did.
Wario
Maybe it was
Stadium,
different
do you
map,
feel?
though.
Do you guys feel is very consistent with its?
Yes.
It's consistent, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just
Um,
a solid map.
I would say, like, as for fun though, like as a solid design map, I think Wario Stadium is better. But I don't even know how to argue for it. But when I'm playing Koopa Troopa's Beach, I feel like I'm having a little bit more fun. Maybe it's just the option of being able to go and take that shortcut pretty easily. But
It's never pretty easily.
There's two shortcuts in that game. There's the one that you go through the tunnel,
Yeah.
and then there's also the one that the water divides, and you can go through all
Well,
of
then
the.
there's three.
Oh yeah.
There's also the one where you take the left.
Oh,
through
yeah,
the
left
arrows,
instead,
but you
yeah.
have to like get those drifts perfectly to.
What do you mean
to
left
make
through
it
the
work.
arrows?
Well,
Like
there's this
during
area
the
where you can
start,
go left or
I
right. If you take left, you can go
Oh, yeah.
faster, but you have to drift perfectly, because you go
Oh,
through
right.
different swerves.
There's actually there's four, because there's one where you can actually
Actually, there's
jump
5.
Over the
over the rock
Yeah.
at
Oh,
the end.
yeah,
Do you
you're
remember
right.
that?
No, yeah,
There's a
Koopa
line in the
Troopa has
cup.
got to be the one with the most shortcuts in bread, while Wario just has glitch shortcuts.
Yeah,
Well,
go-
I think you're forgetting about Valley, but
I mean, Valley just has one shortcut and a bunch of long cuts.
I guess.
yeah. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think what's it called? Wario one is just very consistently fun throughout.
Mhm.
I love them both, but I
Tough
think
one.
yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would just say that the Wario one's a little bit more fun. It has a little bit more going on.
I wouldn't say there's
It's
more
on
going
dirt.
on.
Instead of sand.
It's on dirt
Is
instead
that
of sand.
improvement?
But like all the different ramps, different sizes. You can
Yeah.
try and
Oh,
Yeah.
gapping the ramps.
gapping
and
them,
stuff?
get some extra speed.
Mm-hmm.
So, which speed one do you think has more fun speed routes?
Speed routes.
Shortcuts, sorry.
Oh,
Wait,
I think the
well,
Wario
Wario just has
shortcuts.
glitch
Just,
shortcuts, right?
Yeah, it's just a lot more fun to blast through that wall.
Is that at the beginning, right?
Yeah, it's the
Right.
very
It's like-
beginning.
Is
Is
it the world record?
with that
Yeah.
map too? If you went backwards, like you could like.
Well, that was the shortcut, so you could go over the wall and then back over it, and you win. Or you
Right.
take the lap.
Yeah. The world record on that's ridiculous. Yeah,
But
but
in general, it sounds like you guys are more interested in the creativity of Koopa Troopa Beach versus Wario? Do you guys not find Wario Stadium super creative?
No,
It's just
yeah.
all one
Pretty
color
basic.
pretty much. Like
It's also very bland,
Super bland.
tonality wise. It's very dark, and like, as much as it seems like
I
a kind of stupid like thing to really like
you don't
put a
really
lot of
even
attention toward it, it feels less fun when it's like dark. It like feels like you're not supposed to be there. Where like Koopa Beach, it's like you're chilling on the beach, you know.
Yeah.
You got palm trees. You got a little waterfall, cute little waterfall on the side, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Good
it's
vibes.
called Wario Stadium, right?
Yeah.
You barely can see the stadium. You're pretty
That's
much
true.
stuck in this one place. I don't know why. Like
It's like a
they didn't
cage. There's
allow
like
you to
walls
see the stadium. Like
to
Yeah.
the roof.
as a kid, when I played the game, I'm like, where are the people?
Yeah.
I can't see them. I can't find them.
Yeah.
Until later on, I realized that they were like way up above the stadium. Like
Right.
Yeah.
kinda weird.
One thing I would say about Wario Stadium though is it feels like I think I said this before, but it feels like an actual race, like something that you're
Yeah.
meant to be
Yeah.
driving.
So that kind of prompts a question we might have touched on earlier, but you know, Koopa Troopa is very much connected tracks where you choose your own route.
Mhm.
While Wario, assuming you don't take glitchy shortcuts, it's very much one singular track that's walled in. Which style do you think you guys prefer for Mario Kart?
For Mario Kart, I prefer the latter.
The walled in.
Yeah, I actually prefer the Walden too, but I
Wait.
still think
Walden
I like
would've been
Koopa
the latter,
Troopa.
but
Okay, I'm sorry, the former.
the former.
I like the I don't know why I got the two
I
mixed
think
up.
I like a
but-
mix of both usually.
Right.
I would say if it's done correctly, I think I like the idea of having those shortcuts. But if they're like really easy to do and they're OP and everyone just uses a shortcut, then it's not even really a shortcut. That's what I feel like Koopa Troopa's Beach does well is if there's a gamble in taking that shortcut. Maybe you're in like last place and it's like, okay, the only chance I have of getting at sixth or first place is to take that shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Koopa Troopa's Beach does a really good job. Daniel's obviously going to argue, but you could use the glitch
Yeah,
and
I
go
know.
through the.
No, I know what you mean. I agree. The
No,
glitch, the glitch is just a little. It's a little.
But I would say, in order to get over that, don't you have to have a boost, or do you just have to be really, really accurate if you don't have a boost? Okay. Yeah, but I would say, yeah.
And you want to kind of transfer that to your final vote?
Well, you're trying to make me say Koopa Troopa's Beach, but.
Oh no, you can say whatever. Sorry, we don't have to start with you if you don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Does someone
No,
else?
I can start. Unless you don't.
Just
want
we
me to.
reached the 6 minute mark, so
Okay. Gosh.
if you're not ready, someone else can go.
No, I'm gonna have to think about this. I'm gonna say. I kind of feel bad doing this,
Which one?
but I feel like Wario Stadium. It took a really safe approach, right? Whereas there's not really much risk they took in making the map, like. But at the same time, though, I feel like it's such a solid map. There's not really much bad to say about it other than like what Trent was saying, which is like the color.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't have the greatest mood playing it, but it's a very fun map. Even though a lot of times we'll have more fun on the other map, I feel like as a map and as like a community standard, I think it's the better one. I think, yeah. But when I think of Mario Kart, I do think of Koopa Troopa's
Troopa.
Beach, but I think that they just did such a solid job on it, and I can't think of an argument really against it. If that
Wario?
makes sense for Wario. As for like the Koopa Troopas one, there's too much sand.
Well,
Too much sand. It's
I think,
coarse,
like-
rough.
On the other one, right?
so you're voting Wario.
I'm gonna say very barely
very,
Wario.
Wario. That's fair.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come here. I think like the Koopa Beach is like really fun. You know, you first start playing Mario Kart. You know, I think it's a mushroom cup map. So it's like one of the first. It's a beginner
Yeah,
map.
it's very
You
beginner.
kind of
Spots
learning,
is gonna correct
and
you
then
if you're wrong.
it's
I forgot
it's
about
a lot
the
of fun.
cow map.
And then once you really get into the game, it's like, all right, now I'm gonna move to Wario Stadium. It's just a very solid map. You know, it's not super difficult, but it's still really competitive, and it's just like right there in the middle. It's like it's the
Mhm.
Mario of Smash Brothers.
It's
Mario
it's a
Kart.
staple.
It's
solid.
It's a staple.
It's solid.
You know?
Okay.
I just gotta put out there that there's another map with dirt that we didn't vote in, which was the cow map.
I was surprised Boomer didn't make it in.
I didn't even vote for it because I didn't see it or
I just-
something. Like I forgot about it. I forgot what it looked like.
I
Until
put
just now.
pictures. I don't know
And
what
so-
else I could have done.
I'm gonna say that map is probably one of the better maps.
Because it doesn't-
Peace.
So what do you think of these two?
Oh, of these two, it's just Warrior. Enter in that map too, and
Gotcha.
Sand. I can't.
All right, Trent.
All right, I was on the
Fence?
Koopa Troopa side for like the whole debate until I just asked myself like, which one would you be more excited? Like if somebody just started up the game and you were like given the controller and you looked at the screen, would I be more excited to be playing the beach map or the stadium? And I realized that like Wario Stadium is the one that I'm like, oh, it's on. Like this, we're gonna throw down, you know. So, and
Yeah.
I don't know any of the shortcuts, but I think that's kind of good because I want to keep it, you know, a little more like, you
Yeah.
know, vanilla. So yeah, I don't. I like Wario Stadium better.
Right. Not
Rules.
even a tie.
Clean sweep.
What would you?
So wait,
what
you
would you
guys clean
said?
sweeped it, right?
Yeah. What would you have said?
Dang, honestly, I think based on your guys' arguments, I would have said Koopa Troopa. I don't
Right.
even like that one so much. I don't like the turns. It's not doesn't feel great.
That's-
But the way you guys were just talking about how much more exciting it was, the connected paths and the shortcuts, like it's a jolly.
There's
good
no
map.
shortcuts in life, Patrick. There's no shortcuts.
That's true. But that's going to conclude this bracket, which is of
Tune in
course
next week.
victory going to Wario, which means Wario's going into the finals. Good for Wario. He finally got off the
Good
sabbatical.
fool. Yeah.
And we're basically going to be talking about now Yoshi's Valley versus Bowser's Castle, which is an interesting matchup. And you guys can start your 6-minute discussion right about now.
All right. So
These are probably the
Bowser,
only
yeah.
two maps I care about in the entire
So Bowser's Castle is, I think it's a really cool map. It's really cool, but I think the only reason it made it this far is because it was against Block Fortress, which isn't a bad one, but it's a
Yeah.
battle map. So I think I would have ranked other racing maps a lot higher than Bowser's Castle. So I feel kind of bad that it's up against something as good as Yoshi Valley. With all the shortcuts, all the super cool things, the wonky music, and yeah, I guess just the complexity, but not. It's like complexity, but not super hazardous, if that makes sense.
It's pretty hazardous.
I mean, there's the spinning egg. That's the biggest hazard.
No, there's like
Yeah,
you fall off the edge,
porcupines,
and there's
the
also those
falling off the
porcupines.
Well, I guess the
Yeah.
route I take is usually pretty.
Wait, am I taking the wrong route?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm taking the porcupine route.
There's like 15
Alright,
routes.
I have a genuine question
Okay.
about Yoshi Valley here.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing a race in Yoshi Valley, your progress shows question marks and you don't see your place or anything like
Yeah.
that. Do you guys like this feature or does it bother
I
you?
don't think it
I
matters.
wish there was a way to turn it off if you didn't want to use it.
I think
Like this was at a
That's
time
true.
when
Yeah, customization didn't exist
was
in
not
Nintendo.
anything
it
existed.
And I
shouldn't
didn't know
matter
what
who's in front of you in a racing game. The point is to get there as fast as you can. It's not
But you
about
don't know what place you're in.
you know. It's kind of
That's does make a
The
difference.
thing is, yeah,
I
this
guess, yeah.
Mario Kart is the only game that actually made it a point that you should know where your enemy is, because you want to throw shells at them, you want to plant things for them.
Yeah.
So in that case, it is kind of annoying. But if they were to choose a map to do that on, it
yes,
would be that
I
map.
completely
Like they chose,
agree. Yeah.
they really fixed the
I like
function.
how
You know.
you were trying to guess and see who was who by if you hit somebody, their icon on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or you
Well,
zap
also-
them, and
if
you know who
zap
did, who
them,
was the
you know who
culprit.
did it.
Also-
it was
Yeah.
a really cool idea.
It keeps people from learning all the routes, you know, because you can't see where like, oh, that one he did is faster, and then everybody goes the same way. Like when I
So-
played, we went different ways every time.
Do you guys like that it kind of brute forces you into figuring out by yourself which route it is?
Yeah, it's a really cool idea.
Wait,
I
is
don't
there
know if it
actually? Are you
works
guys
now
telling
in
me?
the time of the internet? Because then you just kind of like look it up.
Are you guys telling me there's only one route?
There's one. Well, I mean, there's the best route.
I guess
Yeah.
that's
I've
one.
never found that route to this day. Then,
Mario Kart 8 found it for me. 'cause
Is
they
that why
remade
I'm
it
so
and it
bad?
became obvious.
because I always go the opposite way. I thought it was quicker.
Like, you go left and then right and then left again.
Right.
You know what is its biggest weakness? It's the bridge.
It does have a
It
bridge.
has a bridge.
But the bridge though has
Oh, but
sides.
this bridge
I
though,
will say this
it
is probably
has
the
a
easiest
lot
bridge.
of space. Like all of a sudden it like opens to a cul-de-sac, and there's the egg
Mhm.
there, and so you're trying to avoid that while going in the bridge. So there's not like as much like brute force trying to go into the bridge, I guess.
What
Yeah.
about that thin bridge to the egg, though? I mean, it's technically a canyon. but it's like a really thin thing where you have to drive around.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
when you
yeah.
fall for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
falling off that map because you
Yeah.
lose like 4 positions.
I've stopped playing the course sometimes because I've fallen off.
You just literally put
It's
one
not
banana on those small narrow roads.
But
and you're
if we're
screwed.
going back to bridges though, Patrick.
Yeah, the Bowser's
There is
Castle
a
The
Bridge.
Bowser's Castle has
Castle
the
Bridge.
lava bridge, which is bad.
To be fair, you recover quick in that one though. You fall off, and I know because last night when we were practicing, I fell off that bridge every time.
Haven't you fall? I've fallen off that bridge twice in a row. Like
On
I
the
got
same
on-
run?
Same run.
Yeah.
Because no. When you have the problem is we weren't playing with bots. When you're playing with bots, you go down, you're like, doo, 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 and you get there and it's like, doo, and you get
Yeah.
knocked off because the bridge is so small.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing again I'll say about Bowser's Castle though is, it's which one's
I
the
like both of these maps, and I don't know which one. I would
Yeah.
choose.
you can't forget the thwomps, Trent. You can't
The
forget
thwomps suck. You
don't like the thwomps?
I just don't like well, there's so many though. Like
There are.
some other maps, they have like maybe one chain chomp or one egg or whatever. Bowser's Castle has like 3 rows of 3 thwomps.
And they just-
There's always 2 of them on the floor, and you never know which ones are which. So, yeah, for that reason, I'm
I
out.
loved it when you got smashed by that. I didn't know. Like,
I'm back in.
remember when I first played Bowser's Castle?
And for that,
I didn't know if they could actually smash you or not because I never got smashed. I just run into them, and once I found out that they could actually flatten you like a pancake,
yeah,
Yeah,
like-
they
thought
just go
that
like
was
this.
the
Remember?
Oh yeah.
coolest feature in a game I'd ever seen. I was like,
Feature.
that is so cool.
Yeah.
Feature
Do
or
you guys
glitch?
think that the hazards, or at the very least struggles of the course, are greater in Bowser's Castle or Yoshi's Valley?
I feel like they're about equal.
Yeah.
I would say Yoshi's Valley, primarily
harder?
primarily because apparently I've been taking the wrong route. Because like every route I go to, there's all those porcupines. There's the most narrow roads. I go down the same spot every time. I thought it was the fastest one, but it's more. Okay, you know what I was when I was younger? Because I haven't played it since like probably I was 14 or younger, back in diapers. But anyways, what I would do is I would think, okay, there's so many hazards here. That's probably the most fastest route if you can get really good at it.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
So little did I know, there's probably an area that's way more safe and easy to do. But
So if you guys are thinking of Mario Kart, which one of these maps screams Mario Kart to you more? Like which one feels like the essence of a Mario Kart?
When I first think about
Essence?
it, I'd say Bowser's Castle.
Bowser's Castle for the
That's like the
SNES, but
first-
for the 64,
This guy
Yoshi's
needs to be
Valley.
quiet about that.
I would, yeah, I would
Whether-
say Bowser's Castle.
Which
at
one I would
first.
rather play? I'd rather play both of them.
Would you like to turn that into your final statement, or do you need time?
Like, what we found here is that Yoshi's, what is it called?
Yoshi Valley.
Yoshi's Valley doesn't need lava to be good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It just needs cliffs.
And
And porcupines. A big egg.
Really big.
A really
I
big.
like really just can't choose.
Alright, we'll start
Go
with
to-
Trent.
Yeah, go to Trent.
Alright, Yoshi's Valley just feels, you feel like you're winning when you play that game. When you play Bowser's Castle, you feel like everybody's losing, you know? There's no great saving grace with Bowser's Castle.
That's
so
an interesting point.
I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
but you also feel like you're competing and winning at competing. You know, like some games, they feel easy and they are easy. Some feel easy and they're hard. This one like feels hard and it's easy. It's like the perfect combination. Where Bowser's Castle is hard and it makes you feel like you're losing. And yeah, no, I'm gonna say Yoshi's Valley is premium real estate.
I don't think anyone's talked about this subject at all, but it's right. I feel like in Bowser's Castle, a CPU winning isn't like uncommon. Where I
Oh
feel
wait,
like
I think
first,
you're
second,
right.
third, and fourth happens all the time in, you know,
Every
Yoshi
other map.
one. Yeah.
Every
But
other
I
map.
feel like it's not totally crazy for like the CPUs to get, you know, first
Wait, I
and
think you're
second in Bowser's Castle, which I don't know if that's a good thing. Either way, my vote is for Yoshi Valley. I just love that map so much. But
Okay.
Seth?
What Caleb, do you want to go to you?
No,
okay.
Well, I want your vote to matter
No.
because you're.
I don't know. Like, I'm pretty 50-50 split here.
I don't want to make the
Which would
decision
you rather
for-
play right now? If I forced you to choose, which would you
I would probably take a quarter and flip it. You know what I mean?
Do it. That'll be your
I
vote.
don't have a corner
Do it.
for me.
You don't?
I
Here.
think you can do it. I think you can make the decision.
Here. Pick a number between 1 and 2.
You just gotta go with your gut. You know, at the end of the day, your gut.
Okay, what does your gut say?
Which course would you rather not have in Mario Kart?
Not having Mario Kart? Well, if we're going that far, I'd probably say the donut map.
No,
I
my
mean,
God.
out of the two.
Patrick's how you're trying to help him.
Battle course.
Patrick's how you're trying to help.
He's like the
No, I would
select-
say
you gotta
double
pick
deck.
something.
Double deck
Oh,
would be
what
the
is
one.
everyone? Can't someone else choose?
No,
But
you
I'll-
have to. You can't just wait.
It's
for
your
other people.
turn.
You
I'll
gotta-
choose it for you. All right. Yoshi's Valley has a good theme, and Bowser's Castle is not Bowser's Castle. It's Bowser and Peach's Castle, and that's not okay.
What does Yoshi have to do with a candy? Like,
Why is Peach at Bowser's Castle?
So-
Like,
You got
He's
it.
gotta
We
go.
have to
We're
wrap
running
it
out of
up.
time.
You gotta go. You
I'll
gotta
say Bowser's Castle.
Bowser's Castle.
oh,
Okay.
hold on.
The reason why I had him struggle to vote is because his vote didn't matter anyways. And unfortunately, I do agree. Yoshi, what is it called? Yoshi's
Yoshi's Valley.
Valley. I was gonna say Yoshi's Island, but it's a different map. Yoshi's Valley is definitely, but when I think of Nintendo 64 at least when it comes to Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
I really like when you talked about before, like, do you like things that have a lot of maps or like one way to go? I feel like Yoshi's Canyon, right?
Yeah.
Yoshi's Canyon does it the best. Out of all of the maps, like choosing different routes, that's the major theme, and I feel like it did it really well. I feel like I agree with Trent when saying that the Bowser's Castle, and the reason why I was probably gonna vote Bowser's Castle before Trent's argument at the way end of last time, which is you don't feel like you're in Bowser's Castle. It's like kind of a small little snippet of it. You see Bowser at the end, then you're just on the, you're just there, and then
You
you're
can
just
play as
outside.
Bowser.
Yeah, I don't know, but my point is
That's a
That
good
makes
point.
sense.
Yeah, I know.
That's a very good point.
yeah, but my point is I just feel like what happened?
Did someone say to speed it
Continue.
up?
I feel okay. For that reason, I feel like they could have done a way better.
For that reason.
I like the idea of Bowser's Castle. I just don't think they executed it as well as they could have.
Yeah. So you're going Yoshi.
Yoshi's Island, yeah.
What did you pick, Daniel?
I picked Yoshi's.
So wait. Oh, we had
It's 3 to 1.
You had
3 to
2
1.
Yoshi, 2 Bowser.
No,
No,
three
no, no,
Yoshis.
no, no.
Three
I
Yoshi,
picked,
one
I picked Yoshi.
Oh, you picked
Three
Yoshi.
Yoshi, one
Yeah.
Bowser.
Yeah.
What do you
I'm
pick,
anti-Bowser.
I think I would have picked Yoshi. Based on
Okay.
your arguments. I like Bowser. I
Don't
personally
think
like
I'll
Yoshi
be
better, and I think
in-
it's-
You were a
was
coin
hoping
toss.
for like a 50-50
You were a
split
coin
here.
To be
toss.
fair, everybody's individual votes were pretty 50-50. Like it was.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
true.
really.
See,
close.
like that's the thing is, I was 55-45
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah.
Like it was not a huge.
I
difference.
can't get over the fact that like I hit every wall and every thwomp like Trent said in Bowser's Castle. It's just
Yeah.
not fun to traverse while with Yoshi's Valley. At least when I'm not doing good, I still get to explore multiple paths and have it in my head that I'm doing well, even though I can't see my place. Right?
Or if you mess up, you feel like you can try to get it better the next time.
Yeah.
Where it's like in Bowser's Castle, it's like, all right.
and honestly, Trent's right. SNES Bowser's Castles are way cooler, I think.
Yeah, and the routing.
I think we gotta
Introduced to
stop
many
bringing
other-
up the SNES.
Like I haven't been introduced to many other.
We got a $20 donation to get Daniel slapped at the fish.
Ooh,
Again,
Yo.
if you are in chat,
Let's go,
and would
thank
like
you
to
so much.
specify who slaps it, let us know because sometimes it bugs out and we can't actually see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm
So
working
let us
on
know
my
in chat.
technique.
Otherwise, we'll do dealer's choice, basically.
I feel like I can do better. I can.
So we're moving on to the final bracket of
I can
Mario
do really
Kart
well.
64.
He really wants to.
Yoshi Valley versus
Oh
which-
my
it was
gosh,
Koopa
Warrior
Troopa, right?
Stadium.
Oh, Warrior Stadium.
Yeah.
Warrior Stadium versus Yoshi Valley.
This
Yoshi
is-
Valley does have the tie vote with it. So the odds are in Yoshi's favor right
Oh
now.
my god.
You guys have 6 minutes to
Okay.
discuss
Well-
starting. I have to reset the stopwatch.
Well,
Starting now.
What I'll say is I'm not surprised that these
yeah,
are the top two.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. I thought it would have been Rainbow Road versus this one, but they were paired up together, so you know.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised Wario made it through, not because I don't think it's a good map, I just didn't think people would like it as much, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think there's two schools of thought. There's the craziness of Yoshi ones, and then there's
Yes.
just the super
Yeah.
solid
You're completely right. Yeah.
Wario
Can I just say,
one thing. You know,
It's so appropriate to have these two because that's been the conversation this whole time. It's just this
Yeah.
branching
Craziness
paths
versus-
idea
yeah.
versus such straight. And these are
Both
I feel like
do
these
so
are
well.
both winners, right?
Both do it
Yeah.
so well.
they both do it well.
I have to say the problem
Yeah.
with Yoshi.
can we call it a tie and just
No.
leave it there?
No one likes
I
that.
think the problem with Yoshi Valley is that it took out a Bowser's Castle.
Oh no!
It's got
Wait,
that
Caleb,
going against
you said that
You
you,
voted
were.
Yoshi.
You said that those are the only two you cared about.
it. What?
You said those are the only two you cared about, and you said that you're 50-50 on it.
Yeah,
Caleb,
yeah,
you're killing
definitely.
me here.
Definitely.
So you're telling
Who
me?
invited this guy? Okay, yeah, I mean,
I think we found the imposter.
Okay.
No, that's later. That's later.
Yeah, like Daniel was saying, they both do what they're supposed to do so well, and I don't really know what there is to add, and it's a very tough one to do. It's like, would I rather be playing a very serious Wario Stadium where I'm
Now
Yeah.
here's the thing. Daniel's been bringing up that in Wario Stadium you can just like skip out on large sections of it.
I mean,
That is
That
so
is
hard
not
to
a
do, though.
that is not a feature. That's a glitch, right? So
not a feature, no.
if that wasn't factored in, I would say Wario Stadium like is kind of the preferred format for me because it's like a solid like racing, like it's more skill based and it's kind of like laid out in front of you. I don't like the fact that there's like hidden ways to win super fast that are like just kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know, like the at least with Yoshi's Valley, there's like hidden places, but they make themselves apparent. You know, like if you find them, you find them.
I
You know
never
the
did.
route. You know,
I
but you probably have tried the same route every time. You
yeah,
know?
because
Like,
I
you
thought
probably
it was
have-
the best. Trick.
yeah, so if
I
you
have to
switch
say
it up,
that-
it's a little more fun because you get to like test things out and figure out.
I
what
need to
works,
play
you know?
this afterwards.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
have
We
to
got.
say though, in general, Mario Kart is not. It's a racing game, but it's more like an arcade game.
I completely
so,
I
like,
agree.
There is not really anything in this game where it's
Oh.
like I had to be really good at racing.
What about
to
this
play
though?
This game.
Well,
And
I
feel
don't.
like
This is drifting
I feel
mechanic. though.
what's it called? Yoshi's Valley has this kind of interesting thing where it kind of I feel like suits the kind of game it is best because
Yeah.
it's more focused on this kind of
I
arcadey,
agree.
throw weapons, all these different paths. I feel like it kind of embodies
Yeah.
the feel of the game more
That's
than
literally the first good argument you
the,
made. I'm kidding.
Wow.
So I have a prompt then.
I'm kidding.
In Yoshi's Valley, obviously a big part of Mario Kart's arcadey feel is the items, right? I think I would argue that in Wario Stadium, your use of items is much more prominent because there's no falling off the balcony because most of the things are projectiles, right? And you can even use like when you go off the jump or if you place an item block or
Yeah.
a banana peel, you can mess them up and send them further back. So I think in a way, even though it is very simple, like Block Fortress, it still allows for chaotic arcadey gameplay because of the use of items. But maybe you guys can contest that.
Well, what else? What do you mean exactly by like, you can use items?
Well, the whole
better,
thing's
or you-
walls, right? So you throw
Okay.
shells, they're bouncing off of it, and it's not like you throw a banana peel and it falls off the edge like it's very likely to do in Yoshi's Valley. But also the items have a big effect because they can actually set you back further in the stage through some of the jumps, right? Or
Right.
at least
You
one.
could
of
do
the
that,
jumps.
In Yoshi's Valley
Yoshi's
though,
Valley though too.
you can hit somebody with a shell and have them fall off the map.
That's true.
No,
You
it's
can't really
even more.
do
I would
that
say.
besides
Yeah.
the one jump, and
Right.
you can't really do that. And I feel like that's one of the, I got hit by bananas, spin out, fall off the map.
Oh, the
Yeah.
spin outs. That's a
You know
fair
what I
point.
mean?
Yeah.
I
But,
think
like-
it just kind of encapsulates what Mario is as a whole, whether or not you like that or not. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like what the game is.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Considering there's no way to turn off items, right? There's no custom. So that's kind of what they were aiming for. I feel like Caleb was saying, I feel originally I was thinking Wario Stadium, but now I'm like super on the fence because I feel like Yoshi's Canyon does exactly what the developers probably wanted it to do.
Maybe a little bit too much though. I feel like
Yeah.
it's still
That's a
like
good point.
It feels a little bit
almost
like all
too
cake.
far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like too much sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much.
Huh.
Well,
But-
like,
bananas.
if you're first playing the game, you probably want to first experience something like Wario Stadium.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, I was gonna say the opposite. I thought
Oh,
you were
yeah?
gonna just jump in at full force.
I mean, that's
Or
gonna be
at
a
least
long, you won't
color-wise-
finish the race if you do Yoshi Valley for the first.
If we're going with like the theming, like I
just
think as a kid I
more
would
fun.
enjoy playing
Yeah.
not Wario Stadium.
Definitely.
You know,
What do kids think about monster truck arenas? Like,
That's true.
that's
doesn't
true.
translate.
But
We had
but
an
they don't
HEB
want to
game.
be a little
But-
little cart
yeah,
in a
picture
in
a little
monster
kid
well,
truck.
seeing
that's
that
what I'm saying.
spinning
It's like
egg.
I don't think even a lot of kids watch monster truck arenas. Like that's more of an adult thing. Like surprisingly.
I watched it when I was
Yeah.
I watched it when I was young though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me and Seth both were. We actually went to one of the. Two of them actually. Like the.
Well, on the monster truck note, would you like
Is
to
it accurate?
like to give your final
It's so
vote?
ridiculous. What?
Would you like to give your vote now that you've mentioned the monster truck?
As sad as it is that Yoshi's Valley took out one of the greatest competitors in this lineup, which
It's a
was,
50-50 coin toss.
Bowser's Castle. I will have to put it to Bowser's Castle, but the thing is I can't do that because since it lost, so we're gonna have to go to Yoshi's Valley. I feel like it's just a little bit more exciting map than Wario.
That's fair.
Both of them are solid though. I just feel like Wario, as weird it is that Wario is this guy that's just so unserious. It's more of a serious map
Yes.
than Yoshi's.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Why does Wario have a map
Yeah.
like this? Actually?
Well,
Yeah.
this is before he wasn't serious.
I think
His personality wasn't really developed yet.
I don't know. I just think of one that I'd rather play, and it would be Yoshi's Valley. I think that initial excitement of trying out the different paths, strategically choosing one path because your older brother's on another and he'll whoop you over there, things like that. Yeah, I just think it's a little bit
I
more.
just processed that.
It's just a little bit more fun.
Oof.
Sad.
Okay.
That's a good
Well, Yoshi's Canyon does a really good job of what Mario Kart, like Caleb was saying, what it embodies Mario Kart in and
Yeah.
of itself. But I'm trying to think, if I were to be playing a lot of Mario Kart, right? Like if there's one map that I feel like, you know if you lose a match, right?
Yeah.
In, let's say you're playing Hypixel, right? And then you kill someone and you're like, oh, it's the other person like starts spamming you because you're like, oh, because you have better gear. 1v1 me. Let's see who's the better player. I feel like Wario
Yeah.
Stadium is that map. It's the map where it's like, okay, who's the better
It's the rust.
Mario? Yeah, who's the better Mario Kart player? Let's do it over some Wario Stadium. I think that apparently that's wrong.
Wrong.
Okay. I love when someone argues wrong and then you just like you can't.
I mean, he paid $5 to make Yoshi
That's true.
win.
So for that reason, I think it's a very solid map.
Yeah.
Like Patrick was saying, I don't think it's like, oh, your item is more useful, but I think what he means to say is because there's so many hazards going on, you feel like your use of items
It's insignificant.
is very
Yeah.
significant into how well you played the game.
I think
So
a
I think
a
Wario's
balanced map is Peach's Castle. If I think
Yeah,
about
that's not on the
it.
list.
It's not on the list.
Yeah, but at the same time, maybe it's not like super competitive, but it does have that feel of, oh, this is a fun Mario Kart map,
Yeah.
with it being like, okay, this is a little bit more on the serious.
So, are you going Wario then?
Yeah, very slightly.
Very slightly.
By like literally 52%.
Trent?
This is a very difficult one, but I think overall, like, the spread of what a map accomplishes as far as having, choices of places to go where you can, like, have shortcuts, I feel like that's important. Good themality that, like, fits the map. I think having, like, a playful lightheartedness and, like, a light environment, like Yoshi's Island, I think that's kind of important as well, where, like, Wario just feels a little bit dismal. So I think Yoshi's Valley is a better map. It has, the fun, like, very clean cut drifty areas. It has the big gap that you can like cut people off on. It has the gimmicky bits and the clean bits. It's a solid map. So
Fair enough.
yeah,
Cool.
Yoshi's Valley.
I'm not disappointed. I think
Alright,
it's a really good map.
So that's a 3-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about Yoshi versus Wario?
That's what we just did.
No, not
That's
the
actually
maps.
a really tough question.
Because we're not just talking about the maps. We're talking about the names. All right.
So now we're gonna do
Yoshi
Mario
is the.
characters.
Well, does Wario have his own island?
Was this
His own
Wario's
stadium.
premiere? What was Wario before
I do
this?
not want to go to Wario.
What I mean, honestly,
I'll
what,
tell you.
what game was Wario in?
I mean, where?
Wario's in
Where-
Wario Land, the
Wario
Wario
Land.
Land series, and then the
Wait. Wario was
Land.
where?
Wario Land and
Wario
the
where was
WarioWare.
Wario
after
where?
Trying to get you in here.
Yeah, I got.
How are we supposed to fit
Oh.
5 people on this?
We got
You
this
gotta
is a
make
big
it work.
couch.
Yeah.
You guys have been
Alright.
hogging space.
Okay.
Okay. So consider this bracket broken down.
All right.
Sorry, who won?
So Yoshi's Valley is the official winner of Bracket Breakdown Live. As you can see during that, I was putting on the ponytail, so I got 2 sets of ponytails on here, and those cost $5 if you guys want to put ponytails on somebody.
That's a lot of money.
It's a bargain.
It doesn't just have to be me.
It does though.
I kind of want to
Yeah.
put more in.
We also have a fish slapping coming up to Daniel now, but of course
Whipped cream
we
pie.
also have a transition with spotters in just a moment. We're just going to slap Daniel with the fish and whipped cream pie Seth before we
should
do
do it
that.
at the same time. I'll whip cream pie Seth as he slaps me.
Ultra Cakecore Victors is coming up after that. It's going to be a little bit
It's
more delayed
dangerous.
than on the schedule, probably by 10 or 20 minutes, but we will get through everything. So thank you guys for Bracket Breakdown. And
Did you- What have you voted?
as the top?
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't know, dude.
Between-
Yoshi's Valley's good. I wonder how different things would have been though if Rainbow Road would have come up. Like, I
I
feel like
know.
Bowser's Castle could have beaten Rainbow Road.
I-
Rainbow Road is
Ooh.
boring.
Rainbow Road is awesome.
Yeah,
Boring.
it was close though.
Although the SNES Rainbow.
I would have had Black Fort be much much higher than knocked out at the first round. That's
However,
for sure.
what would dominate all of these maps
All right, I'm out of here.
is
Alright.
skyscraper map and
Alright. Between those two, Yoshi's Valley and the
Glad you said it
Warrior
right that
Stadium,
time.
what do you say? Between Yoshi's
Yeah.
Valley and Warrior
What was your
Stadium.
vote?
Oh, my vote for that.
Yeah.
Shoot, you guys argued them both really well.
We should play them.
Honestly, I
Just
just think
to,
Yoshi Stadium's a little bit too chaotic. I think, like, thinking back to which one I want long term, it'd be Warrior Stadium.
Okay. Fair enough.
Not that it mattered, but.
Not that you're
All right, so I gotta go before I get slapped. I mean, before. Because there was no specification in chat, it is Daniel's choice.
Who slaps?
I
Who's the
want.
weakest member?
I want you to slap
Me?
Patrick.
I think
Okay.
I want to get out of the slap
Yes,
zone.
I'm gonna get out of the slapping zone.
This thing is very wet.
Wait, did you have that actually in the
Oh.
water?
Yeah.
One of these fell off.
Well,
Bro, oh, it's cold.
down.
Let's shut the
So
skills.
why is it so cold?
It is it's specifically this spot.
Oh,
is like,
yeah.
is the air actually blows like right here.
all right, we're getting the fish slap on Daniel.
Oh shoot!
Thank you to whoever donated this. Unfortunately, I don't remember.
Wait, how do I get away from you? How do I get out? I'm
Oh, that
stuck.
smells bad.
Yeah. Well, it's a fish.
So we left the fish out for a couple days to add to the effect.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
That's the fish right there. It even has the eye. You guys want to see the eye?
Can you imagine being this fish?
Oh, he's a whale.
Wow.
I
Look at that. It's a real fish, fellas.
Okay.
You ready? Just like this.
It's cold.
I gotta
I think
test-
you gotta use the
Grip
other
it.
hand.
Grip it
I
better.
think you gotta use this hand
Well,
because I feel like it's gonna.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
this.
thinking like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Ready?
All right. Yeah, go for it.
PETA's in shambles.
Oh.
That felt pretty good. Need another? Or are you good?
I think I might. Oh my god!
I'm sorry. That one was rougher than I expected.
Oh my god! Are you
It looks
okay?
like you have a cut on you. You don't, but
No.
it's just a flake.
I found a piece of fish on the
His
couch.
His
scale.
tail is getting
No,
shredded.
no.
All right. That one was rough. You got the whipped cream pie?
I screwed up the. I didn't know that we were making a whipped cream pie.
You're getting, or Seth's getting whipped cream pie. Seth, what are you doing?
Oh, we're doing it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna saute up some.
Which microphone is on right now?
Okay, wait. Do I have something?
Getty time.
Patrick, do you have an extra shirt I can wear or something?
Seth's getting ready for the pie to the face.
Yeah, I'll grab a shirt.
Figure I just sit here
Just someone that you're not really worried about.
in case if anybody.
I
Wait.
just want to do it so I can take it off and just not worry about the smell.
Yeah, got a few teeth out with that one. How are your teeth? He left. He'll be back.
He's going to be
You gotta
getting.
shake it off.
Clip that. Clip that.
Yeah, clip it, clip it.
Clip it.
We need
The
those
next one,
clips.
UHC Victors.
I like how the first one's always like, no, I need another one, and then the second one is like way harder, and like
Did you literally do one of these?
it's way tougher.
I did pretty hard. Did you hit him with your hand? No. Okay.
How like what velocity? Like how many miles per hour was that fish going at his face, Patrick? If you had to guess.
That's a good sized pie.
Oh jeez.
Oh my gosh, that's the biggest one I think we've got.
No, we've emptied like a whole can into one before.
No, I know, but like today.
Oh, today, yeah.
You put a whole can.
Well,
Yeah,
half a can.
like back in the day.
Back
Wait,
in the
that's
day.
way
No,
more than I
no,
put
no.
on.
This one's not half a can. I was talking about a different mirror.
Wait, this is like double a
No,
shrimp
I
hat,
shook
man.
it up because Trent didn't
Wait.
shake it, so it was like really liquidy. This is
Wait,
just
were you guys
Trent,
doing
the one you
this?
got on your face is it?
No, it's about the same.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. This one definitely has more, but like, I'd say mine was like 8/10 of that. You know.
Oh,
Where are we?
get in frame.
Oh, wait, yeah, wait a second. I'm getting your shirt. Thank you. I'm gonna change real fast.
Hey,
Spud
no,
has
it's
lost
me.
any teeth with that.
That was
Set the
that was a
stall.
pretty hefty. Oh wow. That was a pretty followed through and everything.
Have you seen those like Russian slapping
It's okay to cry, Daniel.
Here we go.
Russian slapping contest.
Have you seen that one?
Here we go.
Alright.
Literally just people slapping.
You ready?
Everyone get like 3 slaps. A total of 3 slaps.
So, how did you guys do this before?
You have to hit it from the top down, so that it doesn't go
Go
up.
up. You don't want to go up the
So
hill.
it's
don't
gonna
wanna
go on the
go-
floor, basically, is the idea.
Oh, and then you
Don't
wanna
get
step
it on
this
my,
way a little more, I think.
Don't get it on my pants
So
though.
that it's
Don't. No pants. What's a good angle?
That's good. Alright, ready?
I'm a little bit.
It's taller than I expected.
There we go. I'm not like super
Ready, set.
Oh.
Oh, that was definitely the most action we've got.
That one
pie.
flung
That
out.
was
5-parter.
Oh, man.
Boy.
Alright. That
Look at
one.
you. There is some texture on there. There is a lot of
Oh,
of
look at the
crisp.
floor. Be careful of the floor.
I'm gonna try not to move. What do we do about this?
I'm getting the napkins.
Do I have a
Get a
bunch on my
towel?
pants or are we good?
Oh, you got a little bit on your pants.
Not that much.
There's a lot everywhere.
Did I hit it
Bros,
too
I
hard?
took
Is that
a-
what's happening?
A nap.
I think there was
Welcome
just more.
back. You joined at a good time.
I literally can't breathe through my nose because it's going through my nose.
Do you want to get the paper towels, Trent?
Honestly,
Okay,
I would
no problem.
I would say this makes me look more handsome. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. But that's not saying much.
Oh, roasted.
Yeah, you came back at the perfect time. A fish
Oh
slap.
gosh, my
pie
eyes
to
are now
the
burning.
face.
Wait. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
some of my eyes.
Nice.
Okay, guys,
Exactly.
do you have something I can do this with?
Where did the paper towels go?
I just want to stay here so that I don't spread it all over the house. Oh gosh.
I can get you a
It looks like you're
towel,
melting.
And we can wash it, right?
It looks like you're a person that's just melting.
Basically.
I'll get some paper towels.
No, let's see. Oh my gosh, I have it in my eyes. It's burning. I didn't even know that this could make your eyes burn. Wow. This is really bad.
Oh,
Let me know.
take that.
Oh,
There you go.
oh my gosh, my eyes.
Are you doing a Q&A while you do it?
I can't do a Q&A.
Oh, you got a lot back here.
I think I hit it too hard.
I think you put a lot more on there than you expected.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't believe you put a whole can on the fast one. I can't even imagine what
Just
that
a half can, just half.
Okay, don't worry too much about the shirt because this is
Yeah,
I'm changing
just
out the
getting
shirt.
the
Okay, are we
large-
good? I just want to be able to where I can move, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get the
You
ground.
got more on your
Okay.
face.
and then I'll just rinse off. Thank you for whoever donated that. My eyes are burning because a bunch of it got on my eyes.
Leave it with your sister.
You can actually see that my eyes are watering, huh?
Huh?
My eyes?
Did it get in your eyes?
Yeah.
Oh dang.
It started melting. Okay. Well, thank you for the donation. That was a more brutal
Honestly.
experience than I was expecting.
This is probably the best thing for your buck, you know? Or, I don't know. I like the hairbands, too.
Yeah.
Well, this
You know,
stays
like,
on the whole marathon.
Nobody's
too,
touched
so.
nail polish. Nobody's touched...
Yeah, nail polish is usually bought every marathon. I'm surprised.
What's another one?
You want to sit in the camera or
Yeah. Yeah, let me come over here. Let me remind you guys of the incentives.
Actually, we're going to be giving it to spots.
Alright, wow. Before we give it to spots,
Wait, what is it?
please get an incentive for us. We got bad lattes. Those are coming up later today.
Yeah, Caleb's already having a butter garlic latte, but there's also a pickle latte, a cinnamon latte that's extreme cinnamon.
We got pretty
Copious
color,
amount of
Yeah.
cinnamon.
pretty nail polish
Look,
colors.
I got
alright?
actually got one of those these fancy nifty
Oh yeah,
tattoos
permanent
on
tattoos.
my neck. They're not
They're
permanent.
definitely
Actually, wait.
permanent. We have the needles.
Is that on the camera?
Yes, it is. That's actually that's the best shot of it we've had. Did Patrick? Do you have a whole arm of those?
What? Yeah, Patrick
Did I
has
miss it?
the arm.
When did that happen?
This is my arm. So you can do a full sleeve on someone's arm, or you can do one tattoo on their face
Or neck or whatever.
or
Oh,
neck.
full
Caleb, is your
sleeve.
neck still there?
Yeah. We should show it on the camera. See?
You're not on camera yet. You'll lean in. Yeah, there we go. Little pixie fairy. So there you go.
I didn't choose it. It was yeah.
It chose you. You don't choose your lifestyle. Lifestyle
it
chooses
did
you.
not choose me either.
Something chose you.
The donator
So-
shows you.
Spods, if you're in the chat and you're ready to get going, I'm going to transfer over to you.
I have to say though, I'm glad I used it for sure. Right?
It looks so small down here.
Yeah.
You do look small. Spotarino.
Potter says.
Hello. You ready for your big time, your big show?
Time to shine, Spots.
Much. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna give you the show. Get you your nice screen up for you.